we changed that 8 o'clock mass real quick. We moved it to about midnight. Anyway, so I left at 5 in the morning. You got to understand, the night before I just got in, what I do is I fly in Thursday into Lexington. I drop my clothes at the cleaners. I go see the bishop, and then I pick up another suitcase in my house that's already prepared, and I fly out at 5 in the morning, which means I have to be there at 4 in the morning, which means I have to be up at 3:45, which means I get to the airport at 4, which means off we go. So when I got here, I was exhausted. Not to mention that when my mother died, I was with her, and that evening I went back on the road. As soon as my mother was buried, I continued my speaking engagements. Though God blessed me, those speaking engagements were within an hour of my home, my mother's home. Little did I know, because I booked years in advance, so I just drove back and forth. But I haven't slept, to be honest with you, had a good night's sleep in, I would say, 6 weeks. I just still am grieving, and I'll be grieving for a long time. And that's how it goes. And am I heartbroken? I'm going to be honest with you, yes I am. Do I cry every day? You better believe it. Do I send my bishop notes of saying, how can this happen? Yes I do. And what did he just responded? He's very good at responding. He called me today to check on me, and he said, you know, Jim, you've had your mother for 50 years because I just turned 50. He said, and it's only been like 6 weeks. Be patient with yourself, you know? That's easier said than done. So anyway, I went to the hotel where I'm staying, which is the Fairfield visit. Boy, how nice that. I'm serious. I'm telling you something. That's a gorgeous property. I hopped from hotel to hotel to hotel. If I would have known that that property was like that, I'd be commuting to Omaha from here. So it's a gorgeous property, well done, very nice. And I put out on travel, whatever you call it, TripAdvisor. They're always wanting to know what Father Jim thinks, and I let them know. And so then I woke up at 3 till 4. And I was like, 3 till 4? You know, and I looked at my watch. See, right now it's 9:15. I looked at my watch, and I said, oh my gosh, Mass is at 4. I mean, the hair is, like this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Jesus help me. So I put my head under the shower and then ran out the door, went down to the first floor, didn't have my keys, went back up to the 3rd floor, ran into the room, ran back out, got here by 4:03. Thanks be to God, the Scottsbluff police are hibernating right now. No offense to the state troopers, we'll talk about that in a minute. This is the first trip in 18 years that I've not been pulled over yet. Every speaking engagement. Last week, Louisiana State Police. Week before that, Nebraska State Police in Omaha. I could go through every, thanks be to God, no one yet. So I got here at 4:03. I ran through the door, and there was Father already on time. I'm like, what church starts on time? So then I didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? I didn't even know if he was your pastor, because I've never met the pastor. I'm just a stranger. And there's an usher in the back, looking at me. And he's looking at the poster, looking at me. So I throw on my white hooded vestment, no stole, no nothing. I slowly ease up. Poor sister thought, she didn't know what, I was just walking up like this. So anyway, it worked out. So then last night, let's see, I was going to go to bed. I did, I took a nap, woke up, then I decided I'm hungry for something to eat. I went to a Chinese restaurant. Yeah, what's the name of it? Yeah, wonderful house. Yeah, I spoke Chinese with them all, and we had a great time. There's one person here from there that's I invited them to the mission. That's how you get people here, you know. Then today, this morning I went to Starbucks. Thanks be to God for that. I had a good time there at Target. I went to Starbucks there. And this is what I heard. Listen to this. I heard this after, I went there twice today. I heard this after the 10:30 match. Ready? The people in front, I'm not going to say, I don't want to embarrass them because they're here. But this is what I hear. Honey, this was at the cash register. I was behind them. Honey, don't turn around. But it's the priest that told us not to leave after communion. How do you like that one? You know? Obviously, I don't need to say it in this church. Seriously. You know? First of all, the question is, why should I even have to say it? Why would you want to leave early after receiving Jesus? Why would we ever want to get out from Jesus' presence? It seems when we're in trouble, we can't get close enough. You know, my brothers and sisters, I think that's the problem. We forget that this is the Eucharist. We forget that this is the real presence of Jesus Christ. We forget, my brothers and sisters, and what happens is we begin to water down our conscience. We begin to tell ourselves it's okay to leave Mass early. It's okay to do this. It's okay to do that, even though our conscience tells us it's not. I had a unique experience today at Safeway, is it? They have an express line. Did you know that? What? Oh, let me tell you about that. You must know the person that it was behind me. Do you know how many is supposed to be in there? How many? How many? Do you know? Yeah, 15 items. This is what I hear behind me. Okay? Behind me. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This older man behind me is counting my items. Now, I don't know where he learned that. Okay? But I had 2 cases of Propel and then 4 things of Diet Dr. Pepper. That's 1 item, that's liquid. I don't know what he was counting there. And then I love chocolate, so I had 3 Hershey bars with almonds and a Reese peanut butter. That's 1 item there, that's candy. And so the woman who is standing can see the man is very upset. And I'm like, I can't figure it out. I'm still counting. This makes no sense whatsoever. I don't know who he's counting, you know? And of course, I'm not in my collar. I'm in my sweatshirt, but I've taken my collar off. And she's... I said, I don't understand what he's upset. Sir, this is the 15. I said, I know it's 15 items or less. It says, or less. I'm less than 15. So she packs it up, or she puts it in the whatever I was pulling in. So I just decided to say. And I just stood there. And this man was angry. I don't know if it's something in the air here or what. said, I'm paying for your 32 items. Serious. You can ask the people at Safeway. Who are you? I said, I'm a person that's a little bit more joyful than you. And he busted out crying. Yeah. He busted out crying because his wife of 52 years just died 2 weeks ago. And she did all the shopping at Safeway. Is it Safeway? Yeah. Where the other Starbucks is. And he and I walked out together. And we both cried. I told him about my mom. He told me about his wife. And he's here this evening. Not once did I bring up the word Jesus. Not once did I say, let's pull out Scripture. You see? But I still evangelize. I still spread the word. You know, the Jesus that I consumed here today, I allow to live within me out there. And it's really easy if you believe. It's really easy if you're willing to risk. You know, I already know, my brothers and sisters, I can't believe I have never found this place before. In all of my travels, I've been traveling as a preacher for 18 years, full time just since July. I cannot believe I have never found Scottsbluff, Nebraska. You have a gold mine here. Do you realize how beautiful this space is? No, I'm serious. Do you actually realize? There is nothing like this in my diocese. Do you understand, in my diocese, and I don't know about here, so probably you may have to correct me, we are only in our diocese 3% Catholic. We are 3% Catholic. We have 37 priests and 67 parishes. We serve the Appalachian Mountains, of which 75% of the people we serve do not even reach the poverty line. Our masses are held in mobile homes. So when I come to a place like this and I see, you know, it was funny because the people in Omaha, when I preached about, you know, I was at that church called St. Wenceslas. Huge. We had standing room only, just as we have tonight. And I said, I'm going to some place called Scottsbluff. Oh, they laughed. They laughed. I'm like, what are you laughing at? Whoa, wait till you get there. I was like, what are you laughing at? I don't get it. It's beautiful here. It really is. You should be blessed. And even more so, this church should be expanding beyond its means. How good of an evangelizer are you? As one who doesn't know anyone here, let me ask you this question. And you have to really, you don't answer so quickly. As someone who has never been here before, as a stranger, from what I experienced this weekend, and I'm talking song, dress, behavior, welcoming spirit, would I want to be Catholic? Would I want to be Catholic from what I experienced this weekend? You see, only you can answer that.